Hi, welcome back. If you've been following ToK Today for some time, then you'll know that I'm quite interested, possibly a bit obsessed, about skills in ToK. And today's video is really an appeal to people to get involved in helping us to put together a skills diagram for ToK. But if you don't want to help, don't go away, because what I've got to offer might help you in your teaching, might help the students to understand ToK better. And if you're looking to improve your ToK grades, it might help your ToK grades. Skills are absolutely essential, and that's why we're going to talk about them today on ToK Today. Welcome to ToK Today. I'm Daniel and I've been teaching ToK for 17, 18 years. And in that time I've grown to understand that the skills required for ToK are more important than any other aspect of the course, because ToK is actually a skills-based course. The content that we're required to cover is very minimal. It's a set of bullet points or a set of headings, and then you're sort of left to interpret those headings as you want. And there's some sort of folklore in ToK about, or when they say this, they mean this thing and that, not that thing, and so on and so on. But when you look in the ToK study guide, it's very, very loose. Okay. Also, when you look in the ToK study guide, you do find 12 references to skills. The word skills is mentioned 12 times in that study guide. But they keep referring to a thing called ATL skills, and I'm sure that you are all aware of the approaches to teaching and learning skills. And they are very, very good skills, and of course we should all aspire to doing those things all the time. The slight difficulty or concern is that the ATL skills apply to all learning in the IB diploma across all hexagon subject groups and in all parts of the core. And that's absolutely fine, but they're not specific enough to tell us how students do well in ToK or how to improve learning specifically in the theory of knowledge. So it's my contention that we need a ToK skills diagram, a ToK specific diagram. And I started to work on this a few years ago when I was working in Bangkok, and I worked with the Thailand ToK Teachers Network. Big shout out to the Thailand ToK Teachers Network. You're great. And they really helped me to start to build this ToK skills diagram. Thanks to everyone who was involved in that work. And then I then got in touch with an old network that I was involved in previously, the Hong Kong Teachers ToK Network, or Hong Kong and Pearl River Delta Teachers ToK Network, and they helped and they contributed to this ToK Today skills diagram. And as you can see, it's really, really big. People have put in a lot of identifiable skills, and that's really good, and we'll come back to why that's good in a second. So I came up with a summary of those skills. So on the summary diagram, we've got identifying knowledge characteristics, formulating knowledge claims, personal emotional, interpersonal, reading and writing, evaluation, interpretation analysis, and identifying knowledge issues. Each of those areas could be seen as being a family of skills. There are lots of skills underneath each of those big areas, or each of those families, and that's what this diagram represents. Now, why this is of immediate use to you is that you can plan your lessons according to this diagram, and then you will be helping the students to develop the skills that they need to do well in ToK. One of the things that sometimes I see when people ask me to come in and help them to improve their ToK results, and I go to the ToK lessons and the teachers are delivering very high quality content to the students, but there's not as much thought around what the students do with that content, how they sort of work with that content, how they interact with it, how they explore it, and how they learn from that content. And obviously the sort of most concerning method of teaching ToK that I see is where students are given lots and lots of high quality content to sort of consume. So they're sat sort of watching TED Talks and being given articles, scientific journals or academic journals or magazine articles that are really high level to read. And of course, a lot of this just is not really having an impact on their learning. And I don't think that students have to be exposed to very conceptually difficult and high level stuff. They don't have to be reading degree level papers to do well in ToK. I think that students can do well in ToK if we focus on the skills development, and then they'll access the content themselves. They'll decide what content works for them themselves. What we have to do is focus around the skills. So IB haven't given us a skills diagram. That's absolutely fine. I'm sure they'll get there at some point in the future. What would be really useful for us is if we developed our own skills diagram. So you can download this one for free from the ToK Today website. And at some point I need to improve this skills diagram. Obviously, it's a dog's dinner at the moment. And I will do that, but if someone else wants to do it, that would be absolutely wonderful. And if you want to contribute to this skills diagram, then please feel free to add comments in the video comment section below, or email me at daniel@toktoday.com, or use the messenger facility on the ToK Today Facebook page. However you want to contact me, that's great. And you can say, Daniel, I think that this skill needs to go on there, or I think this one should go on there, not that one, and so on and so on. And let's just get a lot of input from ToK experts from around the world and new ToK teachers and everybody who's sort of interested in this. We can get more and more input into it. We can build a better skills diagram, a skills diagram that works for us and that improves the grades and improves the learning where we need it improved. Okay, I've been talking for long enough. Thank you very much. If you got any value from this, then I'd love it if you hit like, and if you would subscribe. Oh my goodness, it would be a very skillful way of making me very, very happy. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you on the next video. Stay ToKtastic.